Welcome to the YouTube channel Ephraim. Here is a question to ponder. Is it possible that the beasts spoken of in Revelation chapter 4 are explained in the order of the beast that would be opening the seals of Revelation chapter 6? Jesus opened all the seals. However, the four beasts are different and serve different purposes, and these beast-like qualities of Jesus entail what we can expect in each seal that is opened. The four beasts help us identify what the seals will be like once they are opened. The second beast opened the second seal, and the second beast in Revelation chapter 4 is the calf or ox. What does this mean? For me, this means the second seal will be in strength, service, and sacrifice to Jehovah God. How do these three qualities align with what the Old Testament prophets explain? In strength, we know that the bear, symbolic for Russia, has three, the number for strength, ribs in its mouth as it gorges itself on flesh. In service, we know that God will put hooks in the jaw of the Magog, symbolic for Russia, army for his purpose. In sacrifice, we also know that Egypt was used as a ransom in the past, and Egypt will also be used as a ransom in the future. John is explaining in Revelation 6, verse 3, that the violence coming will be ordained by God for his glory. Let's look at Revelation 6, verse 4. The phrase used, "there went out another horse," is to indicate that all four horses belong to the same vision of God's plan and what his people should recognize leading up to Jesus' return. In John's vision, he sees horses which normally symbolize swift action, and they also can symbolize military conquest and power. This horse was red. Biblically, the color red symbolizes bloodshed and war, meaning the imagery of the red horse in John's vision is one of swift action and powerful military conquest that will bring about bloodshed and divine judgment. How do we know this will be divine judgment? Look at the next part of the verse. The phrase power was given indicates that God is in control and God will use the rider of the red horse to carry out God's sovereign plan. God is giving authority to the rider of the red horse to act in service of God's divine plan. What other Old Testament prophecies align with this that we know have not been fulfilled? I can't help but think of Ezekiel 38 when God will put hooks in the jaw of the Magog alliance to march on Israel. What is the purpose of the rider on the red horse? The purpose of the rider is to take peace from the earth. Throughout the Old Testament, when God removes his peace, then it is normally because of turning from God, and the consequences of turning from God is a removal of peace followed by a period of extreme violence and chaos. How is the rider on the red horse going to take peace from the earth? What will that look like? Look at the next part of the verse. The phrase used, "they should kill one another," is indicating extreme violence both internally and externally. In this vision, it is implied that God will use the rider on the red horse to take away peace from the earth, and even the army that is used will turn on each other. I can't help but think of how this aligns with Ezekiel 38, verse 21. Is it possible that Ezekiel 38 and the second seal are the same event? The rider was given a great sword. What does the phrase great sword mean? Biblically, the sword is a symbol of authority given to execute judgment and also can be a symbol for military power. In this case, John is going into detail of the type of sword the rider has been given. The rider of the red horse was given a great sword, which means the military power is far superior of that of his opposition, and the magnitude of the destruction will be extreme. I can't help but think of today's modern day nuclear weapons. Russia has the largest nuclear count and they brag how they can make countries disappear in a tidal wave, or they can turn countries into radioactive ash. Would this take peace away from the earth? For me, John is having a vision that supports what Ezekiel and some other prophets in the Old Testament have already explained. The second seal is about God using Russia to bring about his divine judgment on both Israel and the world. Russia will be chosen by God to represent strength, service, and sacrifice. You may ask, how would Russia take peace away from the earth? Answer: when Russia marches on Israel, that will cause America to step in. And when America and Russia clash, that will definitely take peace away from the earth. In fact, the clash between America and Russia is probably what will bring about the third seal.